Good evening, everyone. My name is Akachukwu Aligbe, but you can call me Aki. I will be doing my presentation on self-determination. What is self-determination? Now, self-determination, we usually think first thing that comes to our mind is, oh, we're like we are like excited to do something or like we are driven to do something. But the actual definition of the term is known as self-determination refers to a person's ability to make their own choices, set goals, and take responsibility for their lives. It encompasses the skills, knowledge, and beliefs that empower individuals to engage in goal-directed and self-regulated behavior. This includes making decisions, solving problems, and taking action to achieve desired outcome. Benefits of self-determination. Self-determination can help you improve your skills. It can give you the ability to improve yourself as well. It helps you raise your happiness because once you get it, it's rewarding once achieved, and it gives you a better sense of self, and then increases your work motivation, and it helps you discover your passion and what fuels it. Now, we are going to do an activity before we get into the rest of the presentation. So I would like for you to get a notebook or a piece of paper. On the left side of the paper, I want you to label it strengths, and on the right side, I want you to label it weaknesses. In the Q&A, I want you to write down 3 strengths. I would like for you to do that. We're going to take a minute. Take a minute for you to do that. Okay. While other people are still answering the Q&A, I would now like you to list just one weakness. I'll also give you a minute to do that. Now, once you have listed those strengths and weaknesses, I want you to realize that by identifying your strengths and your weaknesses and realizing that once you have something to strive for, you have this feeling that's almost like you feel unstoppable. Once you have once you are able to recognize when and why you are anxious and frustrated, this will help you discover strategies and finding that self-determination in yourself. Now, let me explain to you the positive outcomes of self-determination. Self-determination helps increase your motivation to be able to set goals for yourself. Now, this is important because when you're able to set goals for yourself, you are more organized in your head, so your head is not all over the place, and it can help you be laser focused, or as people call it, like tunnel vision towards that goal. It can improve your well-being to recognize big emotions and learn how to deal with them. Because while in that journey of finding self-determination, there are other factors that can help you, that can get you off that journey, that can distract you. And while you have found that self-determination, you can also find self-confidence. It can help you establish good relationships with the people around you. Now, how to discover self-determination. I want you to be able to make time for yourself, because making time for yourself is very important. This will prevent you from becoming stressed and understand what you are working towards to give you a clear goal in mind. Now, I also want you to keep a journal. This will help you to keep track of your thoughts and goals, everything that's going on in your head, so your mind is not just jumbled up into one thing. So you can be clear and calm and collected. And it helps, and you can enhance problem solving abilities. Now, you can learn to identify problems, explore solutions, and take actions to overcome those obstacles that you are going through while on your journey to find self-determination. Now, the ways to cultivate this is to gain a different perspective, ask for feedback. Now, what I mean by this is you can ask someone who has a sense of self-determination and ask them, how did you attain this? What could I do to help myself attain this? And that could help you too, because while you shouldn't always listen to other people's opinion when you're trying to better yourself, that is when you should just be open to just feedback. Now, like I said before, you should be able to journal your journey, write your thoughts, and again, keep track of your emotions. That is a big one, because if you do not keep track of your emotions, you will just be just you will just have fear. You will be just not confident in yourself, and you will not be able to just push through that obstacle that you're going through. Now, another big one is saying no, learning to decline requests that don't align with personal goals and priorities. Because when you're able to do that, you are disciplining yourself to just delay the things that you want for later and focus on the thing that you need. Now, another way to cultivate self-determination is just by creating space and time to be able to connect with yourself, to understand what is it that you want and what is it that you are striving to. And another way to create space and time is to avoid social in general, just talking to people too much, because there's a thing that's talking to people too much, and to avoid social media, because when you're able to avoid social media, you learn to stop taking in so many different like thoughts and opinions. While it is good to get feedback, like I said before, when have too much feedback or too much opinions, you start just overthinking of which one could be the best, and that's never good for you. Now, I want you to realize that self-determination matters. As much as you think that, oh, it's just something that like doesn't really matter, honestly, it's just like it's whatever. It's not. If you're not self-determined, you aren't disciplined. If you aren't disciplined, you will never be able to work towards what you want. Or even if you do work towards what you want, you will keep having all these different ideas that pop up, and you'll keep half going everything. You put your 50% in one thing, and then you'll just stop it and you just go to the next one. Becoming more self-determined is a starting point for self-improvement in general. You experience better relationships and at the same time formulate better strategies for improvement. Different ways to practice self-determination is to meditate. This will help you reflect on your inner self and your personnel, what you really want in life. You can practice social problem solving, like listing options, pros and cons, and potential outcomes for different actions. Self-reflections, this goes hand in hand in meditation, but this will also help you understand your emotions. And like I've said 1,000 times during my presentation, journaling your thoughts, your emotions, everything, to help you get a clear mind. And lastly, I want to thank you for just listening to my presentation, paying attention. I truly hope this helps you realize why you should focus on improving yourself and discovering self-determination, because once you do, it will change your life for the better, and you will realize that if you ever want to go anywhere in life, if you ever want to be successful, and if you ever truly want to be the person that you see yourself being in the future, you need to be able to develop self-determination. And that is my presentation. Thank you.